a green comet in the sky, and people have been asking questions about it. This comet was discovered last year, so there's no record of it ever having come before. When you look at its orbit, we find out that its orbit is 50,000 years around the sun.
Wow. Now, wait, so the sun's gravity is that heavy?
It's badass. No, sun's gravity goes well beyond Neptune, the last planet from the sun. Get over it.
Damn, he did it again.
It goes well beyond Neptune. It goes into the Kuiper belt of comets, and where Pluto is a member, one of the prominent members of the Kuiper belt of comets. And then beyond that, there is a spherical repository of frozen objects, comets, that goes practically halfway out to the nearest star. This was predicted to be there by a Dutch astronomer named Jan Oort, and it's called the Oort cloud. So this comet comes to us from the Oort cloud. And any comet that comes to us from the Oort cloud has never been seen in civilization, because that's how long those trajectories take. So why is it green? Well, we can spectroscopically analyze the comet, put the light through a prism, through a version of a prism. You see all the chemistry that's going on, and we know that there are a couple of ways you can get green. One of them is from the molecule cyanogen. And cyanogen is a C and an N, carbon and nitrogen, two very common ingredients across the universe. But CN is poisonous. Do you know that the first time we detected cyanogen in a comet was for Halley's Comet in 1910?
And let me guess, the person who looked up at it through the telescope dropped dead.
We got the spectra of it. This got announced. People lost their because we were also projected to pass through the tail of Halley's Comet in 1910, and there were headlines.
God just poisoned the world.
Headline saying end of the world is coming. And so people started selling anti-comet pills. Take this to protect you from the poisonous gases of the comet. Others had umbrella protection. They'd sell you anti-comet umbrellas. So point is, cyanogen has this fascinating history with Halley's Comet from 1910. And here's another weird thing about comets. In 1910, there was another comet that came out in January that was brighter than Halley's Comet. It was probably also from the Oort cloud. Halley's Comet is not from the Oort cloud. It comes around, like I said, every 76 or so years. But you come in from the Oort cloud, nobody saw you before, you just show up. And it was really bright. Many people who believed they were remembering Halley's Comet, telling stories about 1910, were giving accounts of that other comet based on how they described it. So that other comet supplanted many people's memories for what they think they were seeing back in 1910.
Kind of like every eyewitness to a black man committing a crime.
Why's everything gotta be about police and black folk to you?
Because I live in America, that's why.
Okay, can we get back to comets now, please? Another fact is the gases that evaporate and form what we call the tail. The pressure from sunlight pushes the tail in the opposite direction of wherever the sun is at all times. So when a comet comes in towards the sun, we can think of that as an authentic tail because it's trailing the comet. But on its way out from the sun, it exits tail first. So tail is a little bit of a misnomer.
Oh my God, yes, because when we think of a tail here, we think of it because there's an air current that creates a tail, because you're moving through the air, but there is no air in space. So if the sun's radiation is pressure pushing the tail, then it will actually precede the comet when it's on its way out.
Correct. So comets go in head first and go out tail first.
Wow, kind of like me having an argument with my wife.
When you're looking for it this last week of January in and around and near the North Star, it may be visible to the unaided eye if you have good binoculars. And by the way, there are websites that you can go to that show you where it is relative to the Big Dipper and the North Star each day, because it's moving fast. But it's not moving so fast that, oh, I just missed it. Oh my gosh, it whizzed by. No, it's there for days, inching its way across the sky against the rest of the stars.